so much to say. All right, so what I wanted to share, and I was saying to Michael, initially I was like, can I just choose what I want to say? And then I thought, no, that wasn't a good idea at all. It would have been easier to be told what to talk about. Because the Bible is so big, where do I start? But I started praying and I said, God, there's so much in me that I would love to share, but what do you want me to share? So it's not about me. And in that, God just dropped a message in my heart and He says, I want you to speak about gratitude. So we're going to speak about an attitude of gratitude. So the verse that came to me to share is actually in the book of Luke, chapter 17. And I think we all know the story. If not, I'm going to read it again and to remind us. This is the story of Jesus cleansing the lepers. So Luke 17, verse 11, it says, on the way to Jerusalem, Jesus was going through the region between Samaria and Galilee. And He entered a village. 10 lepers approached Him. Keeping their distance, they called out, saying, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. When He saw them, He said to them, go and show yourselves to the priests. And as they went, they were made clean. Then one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back, praising God with a loud voice. He prostrated himself at Jesus' feet and thanked Him. And he was a Samaritan. Then Jesus asked, were not 10 made clean? But the other 9, where are they? Was none of them found to return and give praise to God, except this foreigner? Then He said to him, get up and go on your way. Your faith has made you well. So reading that, I was like, you always like, when you read something like this, you always feel like, I'm probably one of those who did it, the one who went to say thank you. But sometimes we really are not. Sometimes we just are ungrateful people. I will give you a chocolate, and you'll be like, didn't you have one with nuts maybe? You know, or you're blessed with something nice or a nice word, but then we always feel like, I would have preferred a yellow shirt instead of a red one. Sometimes we don't say out the things that we are thinking, but we do think them. When I was looking at the word and a picture came up, too bad I can't share it here. There's a picture of these guys as they walk away. One of them says, sure, my leprosy is gone. It's healed, but I'm still ugly. It's not you wrote this. And then the other one says, what I really need is a new coat. And another one says, I could do with a lift back to town right now. And the other one says, now I've got the hiccups. You are calling out for God to save you in an area, and you've been saved, but you still don't see it, and you're not grateful. 14 years ago, yesterday, I arrived in South Africa. So I've been in South Africa for 14 years. And I get here, it was a Tuesday, I'll never forget that. And my then husband picked me up, and we were living in Johannesburg at the time. And I get there, and a lot of people just bragging, and I'm like, wow, these South Africans love meat, eh? Because obviously I didn't know it was Heritage Day. So I come in and I'm like, wow, these South Africans love meat. But in saying that, I got it, and I must say, not to say everyone is like that, but I saw an attitude of ungratefulness around me that surprised me, but I also understood the why. Coming from Zimbabwe, Henry and would know what our roads look like, what our system in that place look like. And you come into South Africa and you've got people complaining about potholes. And you've got people complaining about, oh, this country is running to nothing. We've got the worst country here. I'm like, you need to visit Zimbabwe for a week. And you'll come back and you will tell me that, yes, South Africa is a horrible country. because we are running away from the place where it just wasn't working. But that place where people just sometimes stop and are not grateful. Every time you wake up, as you put your feet out of your bed, I look at it and I'm thinking, you just have to be grateful that you can actually stand. Just be grateful that you can actually be in the world today. Don't take it for granted, people. Every morning as I drive my kids to school, I look at Bloberg Hospital and I say a prayer. Because that place is full of people who can't be where I am today. The only one I look at and think, oh great, is that I'm so happy for the mothers who are walking out with their kids. But that place is full of people who can't do this. Let's be grateful, people. I tell you right now, if you were to go home and start putting on a list of the things you should be grateful about, you'll be surprised your list is so much longer than the list of the things that you're complaining about. So, let's be grateful. Attitude of gratitude. Land your feet, Lord, I thank you. I thank you for my pinky nail, because I can even put Q-tics on that. I always complain about my hair. I'm like, so little hair, I can't do much with it, but I've got it. There are people who are fighting alopecia and God knows what else. But if anything you're going to take away from this, just remember God is good. God is good all the time. He loves us. To be here is a gift. I thank you guys.